Hi and welcome to my place. Today it's all about this beautiful flower here called Tweedia, and I have to thank Hazel, who lives in the UK, for her request on wanting to know how to use it, how to care for it or condition it, and she also wanted to know whether I had a solution as to how to use it without getting a terrible allergic reaction. Now this little plant here, beautiful baby blue flower, I absolutely love and adore it. Now you'll notice I've got gloves on. It emits a sap, and I'll just take those leaves off there, and you might be able to see it. In fact, I'm going to cut it. Now when you cut it, it exudes a little sappy, sticky substance. I'm allergic to it, or get a really, almost like it's a terrible itching rash that I get from it. So when I was doing my training, what we used to have to do to stop that kind of milkiness, there's two ways that you can do it. You can cut it under running water and then put it straight into a container, and then as the water, now I don't know if you can see that, but in there is really milky, it's a milky, dirty water. Now that happened just from that being in there from when I cut it for about 5 minutes. So some people cut it under running water, put it straight into the water and change the water on over 20 minutes or every 20 minutes, change the water until it actually stops oozing. The other thing that you can do is when you cut it, you can use a light, and you can cauterize the end to stop that sap coming out. So if you're not sure, there are either cut, put it into the water, change it, or just cauterize that stem, and that should avoid that little sappy stuff coming out. The other thing that I have discovered is in a handheld posy for a wedding, it's fine as long as you've cut that stem off there so that it's not oozing, and put it into the inside of the bouquet, especially if your bouquet is going to have the stems left unwrapped and exposed. But the other thing that I've discovered is if I want that to last for quite some time on its own, I actually like to do a design where it is actually just on its own, which now brings me to, we've done health and safety, and I've still got my gloves on because I haven't finished with it yet. Now, Hazel said that she didn't know what kind of a container, and she was finding it really difficult to find the appropriate blue container or something that was visually interesting to go with it. So Hazel, what I've done here is I've got this egg ceramic, it's a white ceramic container, which I've used lots and lots and lots, but what I've done is I've actually marbled it, and have a look at it. There is a clip there attached you can have a look at, and that will show you how to do the marbling. But pretty much it's easy way of doing it. You just find a nail polish in 2 colours. I get a recycled plastic container, fill it with water, and then you drop several drops of the nail polish, whatever colours you're using, and then once it's in there, you just give it a wee swirl around like that, and then dip your container and roll it around in the water bath, and then the nail polish will adhere to the sides of your container. Now, little tip, this is not my very best work because I was rushing to do this for Hazel, but see how that paint there has dripped? Make sure that you don't hold it or have too much of the polish inside the container. And when you do run it round, you can do it several times, let it dry, do another bath, and then take it round until you cover the whole exterior of your container. But just make sure that you don't overdo it and have too much, because you will get the run. As I said, it's not the best work, but it's pretty good for what we need to do today. Right, as the other thing, going back to what I said, was I like my flowers to be these on their own, and I'm going to cut that there, and I'm just going to put it straight into there for now, and I can go back and I can change the water in 20 minutes time. But look, you can see it comes really quite quickly. Look at that. So it's quite quick how that sappy stuff comes out and rears its ugly head. Ugh, not nice. But just as I said, on its own is a much better approach. If you wanted to, you could perhaps put a little bit of lamb's ear into here, but you're going to have to wait until it's actually finished with its the water gets to be nice and clear again before you go on and, well, actually what I'm trying to say is just keep changing the water, wear the gloves, and when the sap starts coming out, you'll be ready to go. And any surface of which you've been using where you've had the Tweedia, just give it a good wipe. But I just, actually on its own, just like that, it's going to last ages. And if you were doing a wedding and you wanted this on your tables, several of these at varying heights could look really lovely. So there we have health and safety, how to look after Tweedia, and if you do look after it, it will last just for you. So I hope I've been of assistance, and I'll see you all another day.